Almost every anime is about monsters nowadays. They are badass, strong, and give off a rather malicious vibe. It's always creepy to see humans fighting with a monster. However, imagine a world where monsters are a normal thing. Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Before starting the video, I just wanna let things clear, cause on my last video many of you were asking why there are so many voices on the channel, and who is actually the owner. Well, I am the anime sensei and the owner of the channel. The other voices were people that I hired because my English wasn't good enough, but now I can record it with my own voice. Of course, I still have a lot to learn, but I'll be trying to use my voice from now on. Anyways, let's talk about the top 10 demon or monster enemy with an overpowered MC. At number 10 we have 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 from 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 Nakata. 𝐜𝐡 is the main character of the series. While the background story of 𝐜𝐡 is known a tiny bit, he wanted to become a legendary hero. That's pretty typical in anime, right? In the end, he has to take a part-time job to survive. That's the reason he had a little bit of problem while training, but he was the top of his class in the hero high school. Compared to his other friends, he's completely overpowered and can beat all kinds of monsters that they discover in the dungeon. Talking about his power, 𝐜𝐡 has a strong magical sense in which he enters the magic into his weapon and fights monsters. His strongest attack, 𝐜𝐡 Slash, is so strong that it can kill a giant monster in a single hit. What a transition from a day-to-day job where he has to struggle every day, right? If you haven't watched 𝐒𝐻𝐽𝐽𝐸, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. Moving on to number 9, we have Tatsumi Yoga. He's a first year student who is apparently the adopted father of a demon called 𝐵eelzebub 4. At first, Olga tried to send 𝐵eelzebub to Others, but to his surprise, once the demon chooses its caretaker, there's no going back. At some point in anime, Olga realized that 𝐵eelzebub needed him the most. Even in high school, when people tried to hurt the Demon King, Olga protected him from each and every bully. However, looking at Olga, his personality is nothing more than a chill dude who loves to stay away from every type of trouble. But if you talk about Olga's potential, he's a total badass. He can knock off a whole bunch of bad guys without even sighing. The Demon Kid only chooses those who seem to have the potential that far surpasses everyone. When it comes to powers, Olga has the excellent hand-to-hand abilities where he can go on street brawling without any problem. However, as the series continued, his powers only grew. Considering the fact that he had the power to control and adopt a demon child, Olga needs no reason as to why he's on our list. Chrono is the main character of Chrono Crusade. Chrono Crusade is an awesome anime where the main character is overpowered. And this time around, the main character itself is a demon. In anime, he is shown in 3 forms: a child form, adult form, and the demon form. The child form is his usual self, where he is shown to be a rather shy character. Moving on to the adult form, which is the least shown form, he converts himself into a young handsome boy. And finally, when his seal was broken by Rosette, he unleashed his true demon form. In Chrono's demon form, his eyes turn gold with various markings occurring all over his face. Moreover, his whole demeanor turns into a beast-like creature. When it comes to the abilities, he's jam-packed with power. Chrono has the power to kill 1,000 demons in a single battle. Being all cute and stuff, no one would suspect him of being this strong. But truth be told, Chrono is one of the most powerful characters that made its mark on our list today. When we talk about demons, the list can't continue without Claire from Claymore. She's the female protagonist of the series, and a totally overpowered character as well. If you doubt her ruthlessness, she's the only Claymore known to have taken the blood of a fellow Claymore. The sole beginning of the anime showed that Claire was experimenting to make the strongest warrior out there, which to a surprise is shown throughout the series. It's not just that she was blessed with powers outside everyone's control, but Claire chose to volunteer on going the Claymore training to become the strongest warrior. Talking about Claire's powers, her partially awakened power is brutal, just so overpowered that her face becomes like a beast and the structure of her body changes. Her feet resemble more of a horse that makes her crazy fast, and 2 of her arms have various techniques to obliterate any monster out there. Considering her brute strength, Clary is one of the strongest monstrous main characters out there. Another half human and half monster character on our list is Rico Nara. Just like a lot of ladies nowadays, Rico has 2 forms. One where he's a normal human, usual self, and the other where he becomes a total powerhouse, his full awakened yokai form. His human form looks pretty weak and most of the antagonists have already mistaken him for a puny guy. They end up regretting every time, of course. As he is a half-demon, his lifespan is much more compared to humans, but in his human form, he's nothing more than a normal kid. But he does have a talent when it comes to strategic planning that was shown several times in the series. But when his yokai form is awakened, there's nothing stopping this badass anymore. He becomes aggressive, and swordplay is his main ability, where he just crashes his opponents by attacking them with swords. Certainly, one of the most exciting characters on our list is 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐿, a total badass with a mix of caring and kind personality. Moving on, we have Fire Force. You're missing out a lot if you haven't watched the Fire Force. The story revolves around killing demons that overtook humans often the plot. 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐸 is our protagonist, who is the 3rd and 4th generation pyrokinetic while serving the Fire Force team. Due to his dark past, his goal was to always become a hero, as 𝐒𝐮𝐻𝐸's family died in the flames caused by spontaneous humans. His goal is to save as many people as he can and not let anyone suffer like he did all his childhood. If we talk about 𝐒𝐮𝐻𝐸's abilities, he's a total badass, possessing powers that are unmatched even when compared to the best. He has the ability to control flames. Even though a newcomer in the Fire Force Academy, he still gave a tough time to the most experienced members. His ability to manipulate and control fire is just on a whole other level. 𝐒𝐮𝐻𝐸 also possesses a Dola burst that makes him a lot stronger overall. 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 is a Demon King himself. Do I need to say anything else? Despite looking like a handsome young man, 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐽 was the most feared Demon King 2000 years ago that obliterated a lot of people in that same war. His easygoing attitude and overpowered character make him a total badass. Even though he looks like a 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐸 and beautiful person, his brutal methods to fight and torture the enemies sure make him seem like the same demon who killed arms 2000 years ago. No one can oppose 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐸 in the enemy, as he possesses a power that's way beyond anyone's control in the modern era. So what exactly makes him so powerful anyways? As a demon of destruction, he has the power of magic. He has obtained the most chaotic and powerful techniques that make him worth of being called the Demon King. 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿 is a notorious Demon King who slept for ages after his body was damaged in a battle. After he was resurrected, the real struggle began. His real name is Lucifer, and you know what that means. He is overpowered. Even when he was resurrected by 𝐷𝑟WC, he instantly knew the plot and killed 𝐷𝑟WC, instead of the sacrifice that he tried to do. A demon character that is violent and overpowered from the start, what more can you ask for? His sole presence is intimidating enough to scare the hell out of the enemies. All these aspects make him one hell of an overpowered main character. Look, we have got another Lucifer on our list. She is the main protagonist that has been kicked out of the heaven for opposing God. She is one hell of an attractive woman with some of the best visuals we have seen in any girl of the enemy. Being all nervous as she seems, her ability to trust herself and care for her qualities. Talking about Lucifer's powers, she has a long staff that is taller than herself. The spears point at one end and contains a skull that looks pretty intimidating itself. Throughout the enemy, she has fought a lot of overpowered characters, but she always seems to take it as a moment to make herself even stronger. What's more attractive than a female character with overpowered abilities? Lucifer must be included on our list. Every watcher of the season had a crush moment with Sebastian. He's the demon butler of 𝐶𝐿. Sebastian has a tall appearance with totally professional attire and demeanor, but once he transitions towards the demon form, you wouldn't believe. There's a reason for Sebastian to be on the first spot of our list. He has a personality that is pretty hard to break down. All I can say is that Sebastian is one loyal butler to his master. No matter what happens, he never lets his guard down and saves the day in the most unexpected and fun way. His speed, power, attitude, everything is unbeatable and perfect. He is gifted with the most overpowered abilities we can see in 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐿. That makes him a perfect overpowered demon for our list. That's it for the top 10s of today. Before you leave the video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Also press the bell icon if you don't want to miss our future videos. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace out.